Okay, hello. I will be making a video going over what I have posted in the channel. Just the logic of how it works, as well as just general tips and how we're going to kill this boss really fast. So let's start. Got to going into intermission. Now, mission, we're going to have the tanks take the seeds over off the healers. Blink and Alex figure out what you want to do. Just roll together. Astro's just going to generally rescue Knight over in this direction. Then they're going to take the seeds off them. And then we're going. Now, positioning will be dynamic based on where we end. So, say end of the phase is here, for example. And we end on this pillar. Guess what? There's your positioning. So you're always going to have like the static exact same amount of movement. Do not go off the markers. Easiest way to do this while learning, I've seen people literally just go in, put a note right on intermission, and literally just put like assign it like a clock, so 10 o'clock for me, because I will be moving roughly to 10 o'clock on a clock if this was the 6 o'clock. That's cool. Just be very wary of the seed carriers here, which will be myself, Serve, Momo, Barry, and then the two tanks. Just range players give us enough room to play around, and if you see you're standing near a seed carrier, just literally play around them. Otherwise be super duper safe. And then coming out of intermission, it'll be, and I'll just show you really quickly. You know how carriers be super safe. I'm gonna get yanked in out of intermission. We're gonna go phase 2. Tanks immediately drop your crystals directly under the boss. Nobody should be under the boss other than the tanks. Drop your crystals, and then Aang and Thunder are going to pick up. I've added a note that literally just says pick up crystal at the start of this phase. You'll pick them up. Easy done. And then we're going to move into, this is where you will start following the markers. So, and you'll see here, the markers will be pretty much on the boss's hitbox here, so you can orient around that. The logic here is the beams will always target one tank, one healer, one range player, one melee player. And the caveat is it will never target somebody with a crystal. So with this positioning, you will always be guaranteed to be in the correct spot if you play around your correct marker. And then for example, so I'm with the healers, it doesn't matter because I'm carrying a crystal. And then obviously you can see on the image, the orientation is left of marker first, then we're going to do it on marker for the soak, and then right marker finally. So what does that mean, left of marker? Left of marker literally means, as you can see here, like literally 1 to 2 steps off the marker. Now, for crystal carriers, you head over to SRT, enable this P2 seed drop bar. You will see that now in this, there are, just find it, here we go, seed drops. So it's going to remind you to drop your seed right before the soaks. And the spreads, obviously. So seeds drop. Anyone that does not have a seed directly after this soak, I want you to stand still for like a second or two, just so that you're not going to go and pick up the seed carrier's seed. So you'll see here, seed carriers immediately go back to pick up their seeds. These other people are all standing still just after the soak. Now you can start heading towards your soak position. Obviously, we've got these beams coming out, but then we have spread. So spreads, there will be logic to this as well. Spreads, immediately we will have the seed carriers you can see here. Oh, 1 second. Dropping in the center, and then spreading out to this positioning. You can orient yourself around the markers here. The important ones are that all the seed carriers are in the center here, and I want everyone on the outside to like be as far back as you possibly can, just to give them as much space because they have a much harder job here. Tanks can stack. If you're unable to stack, obviously just go knight left, blink right. Otherwise, this will be the positioning. Now, some people might have got fucked in the positioning a little bit here. Looks like Pings, for example, got fucked. He has to go all the way over here. There is logic to it because after these spreads, and we'll just go through this. So drop, pick up seeds. No one should go under the boss, so we can re-pick up our seeds. We have these balls coming in, and then it's rinse and repeat. So it's going to be on marker. Drop seeds, boom, stand still, pick up seeds, you can move again. Go to your spread positions. Simple, and then we will see why these spread positions are important. Just a moment. Right here. So I have decided to go with a slightly different strat than most people do. Your spread positions are relatively static outside of blink and knight. Knight having to go left, blink going right. So why do these spread positions matter? Because entering P3, we're getting knocked. You're getting knocked immediately to your side and to soaks. So this is here. You'll notice these are the same. These little triangles here and squares are the groups. So we're getting knocked relative. So northwest, west, southwest, and then the same for east. We might change these around. We'll see how we go. And then Blink is getting, with this group of 4, Blink is getting knocked. With this group of 4, Knight is getting knocked. And you'll see crystals and lights. So the lights are going to Sherpa the people that they're with. Back over here. And we're on our sides for P3. Now, you can also go set up, obviously you're from the left, you're on left side here for P3. So once again, you can head back into SRT and select your side. As of right now, it'll probably be, I'll have to swap these around a bit. We'll see how we go. Probably some mix of calling, maybe serve calling with knight on that side, so I might change that. Those are actually set up already, but we will have to. And then it's literally left side will be doing soaks first, right side will be doing memory game first. But we'll worry about that after. Important things to get here. Oh, sorry. I will be probably assigning these soaks. So if you see here, and it may not even need to be assigned. It can literally just be a case of, example, this soak over here is like the left of this group. So if we head back to this image, this left, that can be cached as soak, and then exactly the same for everybody else. And then just the one thing is you may want to get the disable particle density. I will link this. And then it'll disable particle density in the fight for all phases but P3. That's just going to let you see the ground a lot easier, see soaks much better. I believe that's mostly it. Just a couple reps. I'll just quickly like reiterate the important things. So immediate intermission spread positions are not based off markers. It is relative to where we phase the boss once again. Like this. Could be any of these spots, really. It'll feel a lot simpler over the 100 odd pulls we do it. As you can see here, no, you don't have to stand in a line, obviously, you can be stacked. And then respect the crystal pickups. So once they drop the crystals, you stand still after the soak. And then we have spread position. So try and be it's not super lenient with like your spread, but I just want these outside people to be very respectful of this inside group. That's pretty much it. Um, let's kill the boss.